father was always a good cattleman, and he had cattle and sheep and horses around him all the time. Every winter it seemed like we would feed out maybe 100 head of beef or 75 or whatever it is. I suppose the numbers varied. But one of the chores in feeding the beef and the pigs was hauling pulp from town and whey from the creamery. Now pulp is the residue of the beets after they take the sugar out of it, and they used to store it in big silos, and it would become ripe, and it would smell, to those who weren't used to it, very, very strong. In fact, you couldn't hardly wash it off. And it seems like that somebody would take a wagon every other day and haul a wagon load of pulp for the cattle. And I didn't have to haul very much pulp from town, but I did have to participate in the feeding of it after we got home. Cattle loved it, seemed to keep them in good health. Pigs liked it. That along with the grain that we would have ground and the hay that we usually stacked out in the middle of the corral with the feeding fence around it. Seems like it was never-ending heavy job in the wintertime to take care of all the cattle and sheep. This is the time that we tried to lamb the ewes, and it was in cold weather. You had to be very careful and get those new offspring indoors as quickly as you could to keep them from dying. And they had several arrangements for that. We had one straw shed, which is a shed that was built into the hill, was covered with straw for roof and insulation. Very warm, very comfortable. We used to run sheep in there at night that we thought might lamb during the night so that they would be protected. After they lambed, we had a shed that the roof was canvas. We covered every fall with canvas and take it off every spring, and they had little individual pens in them about 4 feet by 4 feet that we put the ewe and her newborn lamb in. We had to carry water to them down the trail in the middle, and it seemed like any animal that's just given birth to a new one will drink copious amounts of water, and so it was a big chore. I don't know why we couldn't have figured out an easier way to do it. I'm sure there must have been, but we did not. The pigs, we always had a lot of pigs. In fact, Dad said he paid his farm off with pigs. That's that during the Depression when many people lost theirs. As I mentioned before, we'd haul whey from the creamery in town, and about every other day we'd go in for a load of whey, and we'd take 5 or 6 55-gallon drums and fill them with whey and cover them with something, if it was only a cloth, so they wouldn't spill out, and bring it out and siphon it into the mixing barrels that we had for the pigs. Into the whey would maybe put 30, 40 gallons of whey and 100 pounds of chopped wheat, and maybe 5, 10 pounds of finely cut alfalfa, and let it sit overnight. By morning, this concoction was bubbling like beer, had a pretty good smell, and the pigs loved it. We also, during the summertime, when we went out to weed beats, we'd always haul back an armful of red root for the pigs. They loved the red root weed. We also, anything that died, I would skin it and leave the pigs to clean off the carcasses. Now, I don't believe that's acceptable now, but it was done in our day, and the pigs seemed to do well and became quite a profitable enterprise for the family.